Hey guys, so I guess we all see that the baby and his newest baby mother, danileigh, are going back and forth on the internet. Looks like this all started last night. Some sort of disruption led him to call the police to ask her to be removed from his residence. She took to live to explain her side of the story and let everyone know what he was up to. And that has spilled over to today with him making another live trying to explain his side of the story and her saying she was going to drop receipts. And the video I'm going to show you now is all I need you to see, and I base my opinion off of this. So take a listen.
Creep.
Creep.
Right.
I love you.
I love her.
You love me?
Hmm.
How much? That's not enough. Nah. Nah.
So you know the baby done messed up, right? You saw that video. Now, what I will say is that we clearly see that these receipts that she dropped, he not only there's not only public displays of affection towards her, but he tells her he loves her first on her live. He knew he was on her live. And so what that tells me is that he probably clearly had some feelings for her. And this is going to all, of course, be speculation. None of us know these people. But I'm just going to say I kind of understand and get where he's going with this, because he breaks it down perfectly. But then I think he just oversimplifies in saying you were just my side chick and nothing more. And then yes, people are gonna say that's cap. That's not, that's not what was going on here. You can't just, because you're mad, just, try to bring her down like that. So anyway, this is this is what I got from what he broke down in a perfect way. It looks like he's saying that she kind of tricked him, bamboozled him, swindled him, and maybe she's not the person that she pretended to be. And that's the person that he felt he was falling in love with. That's the person he had feelings with, who doesn't even exist at this point. I mean, again, just speculation, but that's what it sounded like to me here. And us all being adults and having relationships, we all know that there's a period right before a relationship is really official, right? And when it's unofficially official, when everybody knows you're together, everywhere they see that person, they see you, that's the only person you want to go to sleep with, that's who you want to wake up with. When you're apart, that's who you're checking for. You want to know where they're at, what they're doing. And then, so I mean, it's already it's unofficially official at that point. Anybody would say you're a couple, but the words have not been said yet. So, and I'm not talking about I love you, because that those things happen when it's unofficially official. Now, that period usually comes about before it's official, when something needs to happen, some incident needs to take place that forces both parties back to the table to say, listen, I don't want you being with anybody else but me. I don't want nobody else calling the phone. I don't want him thinking I'm just your, I don't want her just thinking I'm your friend. That conversation needs to happen, whoever side it happens on. And that is when it is made official, when that conversation is had. And so I think the baby is saying that it never reached that point and never will, based on something she has done or something she has shown him. And I want you to think about the video where he says he loves her. She responds she loves him. She asks him how much, and he extends his arm a couple times, and she says that's not enough. And that could have just been some sort of, in jest that she made that comment, but you got to pay attention to everything someone says. And because it'll reveal some of their thinking. And it could be a sign that, for some people, no amount of love is ever enough. Why? Because they don't love themselves. They're They have insecurities and baggage and scars that they bring with them to relationships in every area of their lives, and that causes problems for them all throughout their lives. And so the evidence that this could be true for me is that she is clearly still there trying to reconcile with him. She's trying to fix it, but some things are beyond repair, especially if you're a whole nother person, right? You can't now go back in the closet and be this other person you pretended to be, right? Some things are deal breakers for people. Now, looking at her side, if he in fact tricked her and everything she's saying is true and he blindsided her and he's doing all of this because he wants to be able to sleep with her, sleep with his other baby mothers, not have her say a word and just, be quiet and deal with it, then you should leave. And maybe if you feel like you can't leave right now today, but you should leave. And this is why. It's not going to change. If this is what he wants, you cannot change it. And just a sidebar for any young woman or a young man, if you meet a young woman or a young lady and anyone steps up and says, this is my girl, this is my man, I'm dealing with this person, I'm dealing with this, drop them. Why, you ask? Because it's a good indication of what you're going to experience with that person and your future with that person. Now, back to this situation. I would say it's a good idea for her not to get wrapped up anymore in a situation. Don't let yourself get caught up in trying to prove to the internet, him or the baby mothers. Don't have a night of passion with him when he sees the child so you can throw it in the baby mother's face. That is not hurting anybody but you. I mean, it's probably hurting other people, but especially hurting you, and could affect your child. You can't be 100% emotionally available for your child if you're caught up in this type of thing. I know it is hard after you just have a baby. There are a lot more emotions involved, but it happens, and this happens every day to young women, and you'll be able to crawl out of it. The longer you play that game, if this is what is going on, the longer you'll suffer. I have to just be honest though, looking at how it looks now, the fact that she is trying to reconcile, I'm leaning towards believing more of his version of the events.